now I'm going to show you how to use the left hand. So it's very important you learn how to play with the left hand the right way, because often bad habits are developed with the left hand, and once they're developed it's really hard to break them. So in the beginning, really make sure that your hand's in the right position and you're doing everything that we're going to talk about. So the first thing is how you grab it. I had a little kid one time tell me, when I was trying to explain how to grab the neck and kept showing him this, he said it was like a crab hand. So I kind of thought that was a good way to think about it. So this is the grip right here. It's not like this or like that or anything. On guitar it looks like this. My thumb is always in the back, giving me extra grip to pull the fingers in. Like if you'll notice in your thumb you have this big huge muscle right here, and you want to use that muscle to help you play the guitar. You don't want to have it wrapped around and start using your finger muscles. You'll fatigue, get tired quicker. It'll be a lot harder to play. And over time you might develop some tendonitis, carpal tunnel. Bad things, definitely don't want them. So remember to have your thumb in the back of the neck. That's kind of your guide and your grip. You can see that no matter what I play, my thumb just stays right there. Even when I move around the neck. And showing off a little, but that's the basic idea there. So remember the crab hand in the back. As far as the front goes, you want to make sure your fingers are curled, and when you press the strings, you don't do that. None of this stuff. Don't press with weird parts of the finger. You want to press with the tip of the finger. I'll show you an example. You're going to press on the first fret right here. You want to curl your finger, have the thumb in the back, and press right behind the fret. Because on the guitar, the fret is actually stopping the string right here and making it vibrate. So you don't want to press on the fret because you might actually get in the way. Remember, the fret's doing the work. So you press behind it so the string will be pressed against the fret. Then you pluck and you get a sound. Try it without it. Back on. So right behind the fret, or in the middle is pretty good too. Doesn't really affect the sound that much. But as soon as you start getting to the back, you start getting a buzzing sound. Not what you want. Another reason people get a buzzing sound often is they'll not press hard enough. If you notice, I'm pressing the right pressure. I let off a little. Start to get a buzzing sound. So make sure you're pressing hard enough to get a sound. Then you can try it with, so we're pressing the first fret on the high E string, the one closest to the ground. Finger bent, thumb in the back. And then you can try the second finger on the second fret. I'm doing all down plucks with the right hand for this, just to make it easy for myself to get used to the fretting. Then the third finger. And the fourth finger. Just try to get used to all of them. So you'll notice that when you pluck the guitar, if you pluck this high E right here, it's actually vibrating from back here to the bridge all the way to the nut up here. So what's actually happening, like I said before, is you're pressing behind the fret. Your fret is stopping the string. Now it's vibrating from here back to the bridge, making the string shorter, thus you get a higher pitch. So the higher you go up on the guitar, the higher the note gets. I know this might seem like obvious stuff to a lot of people, but you gotta explain everything. And the same thing when you go backwards. Just so you understand what's going on. So, keeping all those things in mind, how to hold the pick, doing down plucks, sitting right nice and relaxed, here's a good beginner exercise to get used to using the left hand. First, you start on the high E, just like we did. Play the first finger on the first fret, and try to play them evenly, get a good sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. And just do the next finger on the next fret. Next finger next fret until you get to the pinky on the 4th fret. Then you go backwards. 3rd finger, 3rd fret. 2nd finger, 2nd fret. 1st finger, 1st fret. Then the next string. Notice how close my fingers are to the other strings. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Or anything. I'm trying to keep them as close as possible to make it easy for myself. And it's kind of like a trick, almost like cheating, I guess. Although it's not cheating because it's not a game. And that's a great exercise. You do that all the way up. So 3, 2, 1. You do it on all the strings until you end up down here. You'll notice on this one it's a little harder because you have to reach a little bit more, but that's okay, and after a while you should get used to that. Yeah, so one more time about talking about keeping the fingers close to the frets. Notice how no matter what I play, just playing random jazzy stuff here, my fingers are always kind of close, you know. I'm not doing this. Makes it harder. There's just more movement to go. So you kind of want to get used to doing this when you play. Keeping the thumb in the back, not doing that. Curling the fingers. And if you do that exercise every day for a while, you should see some good improvement. Everybody's different. Some people get it really quickly. I've seen people get it like the first day, which is rare, but I've seen people take them like a month, but eventually you get it, and when you do, it gets a lot easier.